You're watching Footy Fantasy. It is your steady thing, go meet your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. It's Footy Fantasy. You're watching Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy. It is your steady thing, go meet your football need. Your football need. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. Sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. Your eyes go see. It's Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy.
What's up, guys? My name is EJ, and welcome to our show for today. With me, I have Manchester City fan. This is his first time on the show. Welcome, Chude. Okay, and then Don, Liverpool fan. We're so glad you joined us because I'll tell you why later. And then we have Chuki, Manchester United fan. Welcome back. Okay, before we jump in, I want to plug our social media handles. So if you don't follow us already, please do. Follow us on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'm going to quickly throw these comments on here because Linger, let me tell you guys, explain to you guys who Linger is. Linger is very famous. On Twitter, she has a whole page where she's like the lead Liverpool fan in San Francisco. And she's very, very gung ho her team. But when she knows her team is on, I'm not saying she dodges, but she may dodge. And now what she's telling us here is that we don't know that my friend canceled on me, so I could have probably been on the pod. You know, I'm going to be fair. She doesn't dodge, but she couldn't make it today. But technically, she could have.
Right.
Now she's saying is there a Manchester City fan? We don't really have Manchester City fans join us all the time, so now we know. Now you know that there is one.
Yeah.
And then one even exists. Okay, so we're just going to start with the big game. This is a big weekend for football. It's our last game before the international break, so we're going to be off for 2 weeks. Not this podcast, but football is going to be off for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So let's start with Manchester City Liverpool review. So I'm going to let the winner of the game start. So Chude, tell us your thoughts about the game.
Yeah, for me, I was very excited. It was a great game. Seeing Haaland miss the penalty and then coming back to score, you know, Haaland would always deliver whatever he does. Like as when he missed it, he was disappointed. But when he scored, we were expecting him to do the electric dance, but that didn't come true. I think, like I said earlier, there was more sync with the City team. I would say the beast. I put it on my group chat and they were like, "Hey, he's not. They don't think he's a beast, but I would still say he's a beast." Doku was the man of the match for the game, and he played it he gave his all today. Like I was happy he scored today. Actually, it was his first goal this season. Shocking. Doku gave his best. It was good to see Nico score too as well. At the defense, I think they did really well. O'Reilly held Salah on that left wing, made it difficult for Salah to pass. They held the midfield strong. In all, I was happy, as in I didn't expect a 3-goal lead, but hey, as in when you're playing Liverpool, as in it's supposed to be like back to back. City scores, Liverpool scores, and then it's like back to back. In fact, when Liverpool scored and it was cancelled, I was like, thank God. It would have been good because it would make the game more interesting. Though the game was still interesting, irrespective of Liverpool. And the shocking thing was that Liverpool did not have a shot in target up until the 70th minute. Strange for Liverpool, as in I was hoping they would come all out, but I think when they subbed and brought in Gakpo, the game turned around. The game turned around, as in they had more chances. Salah was not too visible. When they stopped Doku for Mamouche tried, but he didn't give his best. I think they should give him more playing time. Even Czech as well. Czech didn't really give his best. I think he will still blend with the team more and more. I was happy that we won that. That's it. Haaland delivered as always. As in, there's no game he's played that he hasn't scored, and we're
Yeah,
proud of
besides
him.
Haaland is he scored more goals alone than many teams. Like
Yes,
how many goals does he have in the Premier League alone? I think he has 28 in all competitions
right.
this year.
Um,
That's insane.
Foden wasn't his best. I think this season Foden hasn't really picked up. Um, he needs to be careful. But, I don't really like Sabino because I feel he's selfish. He hasn't when he holds the ball, he doesn't release the ball. He wants to go all out and try to score himself. But we did well, and I'm happy that we got 3 points. We're second in the league, and hopefully, like I just said, it's just a draw and a win. And we go on top of the league. If we do, that's it for us.
Let's calm down. Okay.
we get to win the league. But it's too early to call. It's too early to be. It's just an early call. Yeah. So.
Okay, let me ask you this one. So thanks, Trude. Those are great points. And I do want to take some comments. Welcome, Steven. Don,
Hey guys.
you guys were decimated by City today. First 10 minutes, I was like, this, and I said it in the group, in our Facebook group, I was like, this doesn't look good, because obviously neutrals like me, I think I was the only neutral as far as Arsenal fans go. Most Arsenal fans wanted a draw. We wanted a draw, so we're hoping that you guys would score. But we knew once that game started, 10 minutes in, that it didn't look like a goal was coming from Liverpool. Then they scored that goal that was disallowed. What did you think about that goal, that disallowed goal? How do you think your team performed? Why do you think they lost by 3-0 to City today?
Okay. My opinion on the game will be a bit biased because I didn't watch the first half.
Oh.
I only came in the second half. But from what I saw in the second half, it was more of I could deduce what the first half could have been.
Okay.
When you get to look at those two matches he won against Aston Villa and against Real Madrid, they were building up the momentum. So it was like they will not play well up to like 20 minutes, then the momentum will now start. I think the tactics just flew in his face. He got found out because Gravenberch was found out. The Salah and Riley match was top notch for Riley. Then Doku and Bradley for the last two games have been. Doku and Bradley doesn't look that good. So those are where the leakages are from. And I believe Slot, with what Arsene Wenger said the last time, that Liverpool just destroyed their midfield with wits. And till now, Slot does not find the right place to put Wills, because if Florent is in that midfield, because Liverpool don't really have a deep line defensive midfielder, and they've been gaining on that because going forward they look so good, but they can't really take that pressure. They can't really take it. And in the first 20 minutes, I think coaches are like trying to size each other up, and they will not want to go goal against you. So I believe Man City started from the first blast of the whistle, and they couldn't get an answer to that.
Okay. Since you missed the first half, you didn't see that goal. Did either of you see that disallowed goal?
No, I didn't see that. I've not seen it even.
I know, Trudy. I'm afraid to ask you because I'm sure
It
you're
was
happy.
line of sight now. Line of sight. The goalkeeper, line of sight.
Please. That was the worst call I've ever seen. But I don't like. I'm not going to be an expert on goals that are allowed and disallowed. I just don't think he was in his line of sight enough for that goal to have been discarded.
50-50.
I don't think it was even 50-50. I think it was somewhere. He was in front of him, a ways away.
He had to bend.
And he ducked so he didn't touch the ball. I think once he didn't touch that ball, he didn't make contact with it. He wasn't offside. When they said offside, I was like, who was offside? And then
So the rule of line of sight is because of an impediment, a visual impediment. So if the goalkeeper has you're short-changing the goalkeeper and giving the shooter an unfair advantage if the goalkeeper doesn't have sight of the ball. So if the players if the players are occluding the ball, the ref has to call. It's just technical. You might not like it. It's just the way it is. Now,
we see that happen against your team.
I'm just saying what the rule is. I'm just saying what the rule is. Now,
you remember when
Saka,
Rashford,
okay, let me tell you something. I didn't see
he didn't touch the ball. He was impeding. They backloaded and gave
coming straight or from the side.
It's coming like in a curved manner, which what I'm saying is, me personally, I think Donnarumma did get sight of the ball, but the referee, this is a technical rule. The referee can determine that in all the phases of when that ball was struck, Donnarumma did not have full vision of the ball, which is fine. I think he had enough. I think he had enough vision on the ball to make that save. But the rules are rules.
He was bailed out. I think by bailing them out in that moment, I think the game flipped. But I don't know if that was enough for Liverpool. I think City would have still won the game just because of how much pressure they were putting. But they scored. The second goal was kind of flukish. Your second goal, City's second goal was a little bit flukish. So maybe it would have been 2-1. Who knows? But I don't know. I thought that changed the complexion.
I thought both of their goals were flukish. I'm sorry, I'm speaking out of turn here.
Yeah. So the only legit goal was the
first Haaland goal.
I didn't even know who scored that goal. I thought it was
Haaland scored. Nico scored.
Haaland's goal itself came off of
Konate.
Yeah. And Van Dijk did the second one, so they went clean. And if I have anything to say about Liverpool, which I don't really, I'm just a United fan, but I'll look at the macro view. This is Liverpool doing what Liverpool does when they climb the mountain, right? It happened during Klopp's era. You spend all this energy. Arsenal is about to find out, right? You spend all this energy chasing a title, coming high second, right? Got me a lot of points that's still not making there. You finally make it there, and your next season is always trash. Always, right? Even with Klopp. Klopp almost relegated Liverpool, right?
How much energy did they spend last season?
Huh?
How much energy did they spend last season coming first?
I'm just saying that they play deep. They got first there. They play Champions League. They played a lot of tournaments, right?
They won the league in April or March.
They still have to play the games.
And they lost the rest of the game.
They still have the players still have to play the game. And Liverpool is always like this. They do the big season and they just kind of
they fall out the next year.
They fall out just to take, and it's just energy levels.
Interesting. That's one way. I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, what are they doing? I don't
Nothing.
know.
Just being tired.
Yeah.
Just being tired. They're human beings.
It's a little bit shocking to me. Okay.
Where's Ola on this one?
Coming from
where's Ola?
Where's Ola on this one? Liverpool's getting all this beef, man. Because they're down right now.
Let me read some of the comments before we move forward. Obviously, they're still concerned that we have a Manchester City fan in real life.
Okay.
And then Ayo says a City fan must be a paid hack. So I'll be honest with you today. Everyone gets hazed in this group. So welcome to Footy Fantasy.
Yeah, it's okay. I get it a lot.
Please tell us how, when, and why you stopped supporting Arsenal to be a City fan. Are you an Arsenal SKP or not?
No!
Thank you. Everyone assumes that all Manchester City fans are Arsenal.
No.
So which club did you escape to? Because you must have escaped.
I'm not going to say. Let's just leave it at that.
And then
honestly, it is hard to see a Man City fan though. I think I saw one in Montreal last week or so. I thought it was a joke because it was like about to be Halloween, but it was a lady. It was a lady and her son, like for real, at the bar. I thought it was a costume, but hey,
Wow.
I don't know.
Lingers. Oh, let me read this first. Aya says, I think the City Death Star might be warming up. I think so too.
Yeah.
Arsenal beware, still favorites, but they must watch their back. Maybe the real favorites. I don't know. I think we need to be fair.
I think it's an
Be
edit call
honest.
now. It's an edit call.
DJ is neutral, like Kendrick is neutral. That's when I said I was a neutral watcher of the game. I mean, I was being honest. I was quite neutral. I wanted to draw.
Yeah,
All
because
respect
you
to
guys,
our team, but why would Flo, which is words, be so good in our midfield in the Champions
not
Simple. Fair point. We don't know why, because your team is hot and cold, and mostly cold lately. Oh, that was a shocking call. Thank you. Hopefully, the person on VAR hasn't worked for UAE in the past. Michael Oliver, we all know he has. I don't trust that man. Henry Bitoku says, up Liverpool. That's a dig.
I guess that's sarcasm.
Yes. They need to piss test Doku.
Doku. I call him a beast. Like Doku is the beast.
Why did they need to piece test Toku? They need to really just do a welfare check on Bradley. What is happening? Check on that man, please.
And then Lingers like a good reminder that we won the league. These are the reigning champions, so let's put some respect on their name. I agree.
Some respect on the name.
But yeah, there are 8 points off the top. And then everyone has 18 points from 5th to like 8th. So there's a lot of people with 18 points. I think what Liverpool should become, like their goal difference is just dwindling. They have like a goal difference of 1, like Manchester United. It's fire.
I think Liverpool started off good this season, and then they just went.
5 wins. Whoa. Long may it continue. I'm just kidding. I wish you guys well. Hope you bounce back with a few more draws after the international break. All right. I will move on. Quickly, we'll go over this. Won't spend too much time on this topic. What are your thoughts on the altercation with Lookman and his manager, Juric? So if you guys saw the midweek game, apparently there was a interaction or altercation, and maybe they fought. I'm not sure what happened. Who saw it? Stephen, you're nodding. I'll let you go.
I saw highlights. I think they still beat Marseille. Am I wrong on that? I think they still beat Marseille. So
let me see.
I can't remember what the final result was, but I think it was typical. Lookman was taken off, and he was mad. He was mad and said something to his manager. Typical disrespectful player. We see them all the time, especially Nigerian boys. Unfortunately, maybe I've had one respectful Nigerian player one time just because his dad was a good guy and he was trying to go to under 23 Nigeria camp. But yeah, for some reason, I mean, you get disrespectful players at that age. He needs a little suspension, but I didn't think it was a big thing because they've already been having, like, there's already history, right, between Lookman and the club. So
I think with the club, not with this manager, as far as we know.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, he's already a bit unsettled there. So it didn't seem out of the ordinary for me. Any little thing was going to get him off anyway. So, but I think they settled it now. I saw something just before I joined saying that they had resolved everything today.
Yeah.
So.
All right, good. If no one has anything to add, I mean, it's
Right,
not the first
I
time. He's
used
had
to
some
be-
altercation with the other coach, but that coach said something negative. I remember that. That was inappropriate what that coach said. So
Tell me, what did he say? What did the coach say?
Yes.
the Gasper coach, the other Italian coach. So I think Lookman missed the penalty in one of the Champions League games, and he goes, I don't know why he takes penalties. He misses them all the time, even in training. He sucks at them. So it's kind of like you threw him under the bus after he missed the penalty in the practice. So, and then, coupled with the fact that he wants to leave, or he wanted to leave last season, and they basically forced him to stay.
But I think Juric didn't handle it well. Against Liverpool, when they took Vinicius Junior out, he was frustrated. He was even complaining when he was walking out of the pitch. And Xabi Alonso didn't make a mountain out of that move out. So Juric, as a former player, should know better not to have altercation with his own player when everybody was watching. So I believe the coach didn't handle it well.
Wait, are you saying that Vinny Jr. complained when he got taken off against Liverpool?
Yes, he complained.
He did that the week before in the La Liga game. So he just complains all the time. Yeah, these people have attitudes.
Most players do this.
There is a difference between complaining, though. There's a difference between complaining when you're taken off, which most players do, and then saying something disrespectful to the manager, which I think Lookman did. So that's the difference there. Any coach would take umbrage at that.
I watched his mouth. He didn't say anything, but I didn't know whether the coach was saying something to him. It was as if the coach was trying to shake him, but he pretended like he was praying, like doing this cross, touching the ground and doing the sign of the cross, and was walking away. So that was when the coach now had to grab him.
Oh, interesting.
Save the embarrassing moment.
So the coach will have allowed to slide. As at that time, they can talk in the dressing room. That's what I think.
I think if that was the case, if it was just a matter of you not shaking your coach's hand and the coach pulling you back to show some respect in front of the cameras, then that is weird. So Aya is saying there is no reason for the coach to grab him like that. I think Aya knows more about this than we do. So sure.
I didn't see the game. I didn't watch the highlights, but I saw it. I saw it on some headlines. I didn't make anything out of it. So
Kwame, who's our resident king of trolls, says as long as video disappeared like
video disappeared like Bradley today. Doku's gonna have a laugh.
Yeah. I'll read this comment real quick before we jump to the next. So Henry's saying connected what docked. He isn't consistent enough, but he balled out of control today. He's talking about Doku. And with Doku, if Doku really scored his first goal today, then he definitely
this season, yeah.
This season, yeah, that's crazy. And as I saw him, I was like, he had a lot of opportunities to score.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself that this guy is not good at scoring, but then he scored a good goal.
We heard you like this same thing you said when I put it out in my group. They were like, it's a Marcus player, and then just right after someone said that, he scored. And you're like, oh, kudos, we heard you guys.
Are you guys hearing any feedback, any static?
I am hearing feedback. I'm going to mute. I believe it's Don. Don, I'm muting you for the moment, and I will unmute you when you're ready to speak again.
Damn, I haven't heard that since Time Warner.
You heard what?
I haven't heard that sound since Time Warner.
I'm dying. He's supposed to be the one protecting the players, not physically assaulting. And Henry's referring
Whoa. Physically assaulting. Okay. Can I just say this quickly? I know we want to move on from the topic, but I think this disrespect when getting taken off, or sometimes you see it at the end of games when the players haven't, the results not good, right? You can see they go past the coach, maybe they say something, or maybe the coach wants them to do something, they leave.
Yeah.
The player might say something. Some coaches brush it off. Some people, just like normal interactions, everyday life, it's not everybody that you can flip off. So it's just normal human interaction. You might tell one coach one thing, he'll usually brush it off. Another coach might not take it the same way. But we know that they're disrespectful things. For example, last week, our captain, Spurs captain, Van de Ven, and Spence were disrespectful to our coach because at the end of the game, we lost to Chelsea. He wanted them to do the lap around to thank the fans. And so he was calling them, and they just brushed him off. They literally just brushed him off with their shoulder and kept going. But he downplayed it. He's a new coach. It's his third month with these players. So he just downplayed it. Oh, there's nothing. And they're back, and Van de Ven had a good game today. But another coach might find that disrespectful because of the standards he wants to instill in his team and say, No, I'm not going to let that happen. You're gonna come back. It's just different, and I can't side with the player in this case because I know that disrespectful things were said. Now, how the coach handles it, I can't fault it. If you decide to brush it off, that's you. But if you decide I want a certain standard for my team so that other players don't think they can do this, I think that's okay too.
I think that's fair.
Because then you can lose control of your team that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, Arteta will never stand for that. Sam was giving NTA News. That's what Oga says. Oga needs to calm down, first of all.
It's not assault. Physically assaulting. Come on. Come on.
So he can use the not touch the player.
Wow,
Okay,
he
so
touched,
saying that he can, instead of touching the player, he could have used his mouth. If Lookman had said something to him, the coach should have also said something back instead of touching the player.
Then I should be in jail the number of times I've grabbed players.
And I was calling you a manager union guy because of so you don't know, Stephen is also a coach, so he's coming from giving us a coach's perspective.
No, get Aya off this comment.
Aya is hilarious because Aya also defends referees. I wonder if Aya's a referee in his former life. He defends PJ well. Aya, was that goal a goal or not? He can't answer that question.
He will have to answer it. He will have to answer it.
All right.
Henry says, yeah, you should speak verbally. I disagree with you, respect. He disagrees. So it's everyone against you, Stephen. But
hey, that's okay. That's okay. That's why we take the position. It's not easy.
Van Dijk had a good game today. He was just so unlucky. He had a great game today.
So Ola is our resident. Ola is part of the team, the Footy Fantasy team. He's our Liverpool fan on the team. And SJ is saying, it'd be like saying Ola is hiding from the pod. Ola was just not scheduled. We scheduled these podcasts way in advance. Ola was not scheduled to be here. He wasn't running away. I can guarantee you that. Yeah, I said the goal should have stood. Ha 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 ha.
Irrespective, we would have still won. So,
Sure.
Like,
and Van Dijk be dropping it low like Megan Thee Stallion.
Whoa.
Van Dijk had a good game today. Like, he was
like Megan.
He was good. Bradley was, I would say, the worst on the pitch today. So
Henry said that goal was a clean goal. Don, if you have to speak, unmute your mic. I think you have the power to. We'll move on to the next topic. Spurs versus Manchester United. I woke up early. I never miss a United game that's on television, so I can make sure I laugh if there's something to laugh about.
I watched that game on my bed. Like, I woke up, the first thing I did was just
turn it on. Yes. Okay. So, guys, we'll start with Chuki. You guys scored first. What happened?
What happened after we scored first, or why did we score first? You're confused. Why we scored first?
How was the
game? You're shocked we scored first. What happened is having a great game, great season. There's still question marks there on whether that's exactly what United needed, but it looks like the way he's coming to the top of the fray looks like he's going to be a good choice. Lots of engine there, a lot of technical ability there, and he's just business. You can see he's just a business player, right? He's not there to mess around. I think the assist was from Hamad. And reason I remember was really on the wrong side of the pitch because now he was on the left. He normally plays on the right side, in that right 10 position. But I think Sheshko was on the bench for whatever reasons, and Cunha started on top. So that's how that first goal went in. Yeah, United's a curious case of what the hell are we doing and where are we going to go from here. I think of all teams, we don't have major European competition. We don't have major domestic competition except the FA Cup. And we have good players. When I mean good players, we have like top 5 players in the league, top 5, top 6, right? And we have an interesting, creative, breath of fresh air coach that might be the coach for United. On one hand, if you listen to some people, on the other hand, might be totally outside the culture of United with the 3 at the back system. It looked like United was going to break the hoodoo. Tottenham had, Stephen knows better than I, he probably lives on those numbers, but I think they've beaten United like 4 in a row, 5 in a row, something like that. And they look like, based on United's form, that United might, kind of pull through this one. The issue here is in the second half, United came out the way they came out in the second half against the, I think, Forest that we paid, right? Which isn't good, meaning they came out flat-footed. And this is where Amorim's newness kind of now starts working against him, because the team looks like they're not prepared to be on the ball. Like they look like Van Dijk when he's backing away from a player, if you know what I mean. Right? It's like they've done the thing they need to do in the first half, and now they need to be even more mean to the team. I put the foot on the neck and kill the game, but they just kind of lay back and see what goes on. And I don't think that worked. It could work in Portugal, but the EPL is not like that. The game is never over, right? Yes. In this game, United took, I don't know what the stats are, but they couldn't have took more than 5 shots at goal total. Let me check it right quick. That's a problem. And that was the problem with Nottingham Forest. So United is being very efficient at scoring goals because they have now killers like Mbuemo, maybe Cunha, who's really just an energy person. Not really, I don't think about him as a very, like an assassin or whatever. But Ahmad is there and Bruno. So we are doing what we need when it comes to on the goal side, but we are conceding 5 shots. Someone says 5 shots. But we're conceding a lot. We have 18 goals against, which is the top, is the one of the highest, if not the highest, in the top 14, top 15 in the league. So you can see the discrepancy there, right? So he still hasn't solved, even with the back 5, he still hasn't solved conceding, right? And so this is a problem for Amorim. That being said, United hasn't lost a game in the last 3 games, right? So if you're judging United against United, meaning we were absolutely poor. The only team poorer than us that was the top team was like Spurs last season. We'll get to that, right? So if you compare United 15 to what United is doing now, by all means say that we progressed, right? But look at the resources we have, look at what we can be doing, and look at what the competitors are being burdened by. Arsenal, City, Liverpool, burdened by European competitions. They have to spread their stuff. United has 1 game a week. What's the excuse, right?
Gotcha.
They have got rid of the goalkeeper. Lamens is way better now on that, to me personally. The way he commands the area and just his technical ability. But why are we still conceding these goals? You can't say the defense, right? Because the Leeds is having a blockbuster season. The Shaw is seeing a big resurgence, playing not like wing back, but left-sided CB. Right, so the only thing we can think about is maybe they should have spent some money in the midfield to get, I think, allow Liverpool's problem to have like a truly defensive player. But Casemiro is still the one stitching it. Every time he gets out, that's what happens. Against Spurs, once he sat down, everything starts crumbling, right? And I don't know, Amorim's trust in young players is very suspect. Very suspect. Yeah. Like when you fight with Rashford, Garnacho, you're not really playing Meno. Something tells me that you're not, like, there's something there. I don't get it. I don't know if he needs a liaison. Maybe like a Fletcher needs to step in to connect him with these young kids or whatever the case might be, So United's a mixed bag.
Before you go, Stephen, let's read this comment. So I'm taking it, Chuki, that you are for Amorim right now.
Okay. So here's the thing. I do not like the system. I'll just be honest, transparently. I don't feel it fits. I think this is the occasion when someone says you need a heart surgery, fine. Then you get the wrong heart. I think the body is resisting this heart, right? It might pump here and there, but I don't think it's what United need. I think United needs to go back to find a system within the 4 back based on the resources they have. Okay. People will say that, Ineos will buy players for his system. They might very do so in the next couple of seasons. I'm saying culturally, United without dedicated wingers looks like an ostrich to me, a bird that can't fly. Nah. So that's just me. Amorim, I can see the talent there. I can see it. I can see the talent there, but it might just be a hard fit. not a wrong fit. It might be we're swimming upstream with this guy, basically. Like we can do this in the easy. This is the hard way to do it. Whatever we're doing, this is the hard way to do it.
Okay. Good point. Okakwame says all this talk Chuki is talking. The idiot coach knows how to be coach. This he's clearly Amarim out. This Amarim guy should be working as a substitute teacher. Henry says Ozempic Casemiro. We all know they don't have a solid DM that is reliable, young, and has the stamina and youth on their side. So they don't have okay. So
TDM, they say we don't have a DM, and that's why we're getting pressure on. That might be the case, but you know what DM did Liverpool used to win the league last year?
Isn't Gravenberch a DM? What is he?
He's a DM today too. So what's the difference?
I don't know.
Well, I have a question though, Chuki, before you finish.
Yeah.
Is it Chuki or Chude? Am I getting it wrong? Chude.
It's
Chuki.
Oh, this is Chuki. United fan.
Okay. So Chuki. Okay, what is going on with Mano? I've just been wanting to know, like, what's happening there?
What's happening is the Portugal flag. It's happening today. So he's come in and he said that he's I don't know if you understand this coach. This coach likes to play, instead of wingers, he likes to play 2 10s. In a world where people are saying 10s are disappearing, this guy loves the 10s and he likes 2 of them. So he's chosen Cunha and Buemo, he's brought in. And he's pushed Bruno, who used to be the 10, back. So United used to play with 110, and we thought it was like, even that was like extravagant, you know. So he's pushed Bruno back, one, because Bruno's coach, Freudian slip there.
Yeah.
Bruno is the captain.
I got you.
Bruno is the captain. He makes everything happen, and he's Portuguese as well, right? Yeah. So it's just hard. Bruno doesn't get injured. He's like made of adamantium or so whatever he's in. Knuckle. You know what I mean? Like he's just he has 10 lungs, you know. So because of that, if it were Mbuemo, Acuna, and Bruno, I know Mano would be paired with Casemiro. But because Bruno has to take the step back, it almost takes out all the opportunity for Mano to do anything.
But not even on the bench.
Not even on the bench. You know, if the kid wants to go, he should go. He should go somewhere he's playing football. He's good.
I think it's too good to be just left.
Way too good to be on the bench.
We'll take Mano. I've been looking at
everybody will take Mano.
If I could, I would give Mano for us. For real.
And this is the second thing about Amarin, Stephen, is this second part that people are like, oh, we don't care about United culture. But part of the story of United is built on the foundation of that culture of embracing the youth players, right? So this whole kata with Rashford, Garnacho, Ameno, who literally was born probably under the field in Manchester, right? And you can't find a way to incorporate these people to pump that United blood. Like I'm not feeling it, man. Regardless of what results you're getting, I'm not feeling it.
Look at Rashford; he's flying. I think he's flying in Barcelona.
Yeah, he is. He's the starter in Barcelona, 100%. Like United, do we have that much surplus that we're dashing players to Barcelona to start in that team? Does that make sense?
Not just a starter in Barcelona. He's actually playing well.
He scored.
Yeah, I mean, he's contributing. His GA is probably like 6 or 7 or 8 goals or something. But that's not the problem. Players get feel I need to move on. Like I don't get stuck on this Rashford, Garnacho, whatever thing. Yeah. The issue there is him, what he's deciding to do with the team. And right now he's breathing this new culture in. And I'm taking a look at that culture. I'm taking a look at it like it seems fake, like City. You know what I mean? Like it seems fabricated, like manufactured, forced. Too much sponsorship. Like United is called a theater for a reason, because it's entertainment, it's gilded, and their ethos is that we are almost, that we give ourselves to. And one of that is the number of times the youth players on the bench and plays and stuff like that. We eat all that stuff up, right? We eat that stuff. That is us. Doesn't mean we don't go buy players. It means give us 1 or 2 from. Just the same thing with Barcelona. They do the same thing, right? Can you imagine a coach going to Barcelona and saying, hey, Yamal, I don't like you party too much. I hate your lifestyle. You know, we don't see eye to eye. You need to go to, whatever Bayern. Like, doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense to me, man.
Yeah. I think you can obviously see that it's one of those cases where he came in. Rashford probably has a lot of, like friends, influence in the dressing room. It's like people like him, and Rashford probably was not feeling this guy. I'm telling you, he's not feeling this MRM guy. But Bruno, just to your Freudian slip there, Bruno definitely looks like that guy that has dinner. Like you spot him driving out of the manager's house. You know what I'm saying? Dinner with the manager, everything. You're like, whoa, dude. What is he setting up the team too? Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's fine. And the people you have problem with are the people. You're coming in and it's like I'm basically relegating your position. So you can either play wing back and you do your defensive work and attack, or Vamoose, get out of here. So and that's really, he got rid of the winger. That's what he wants. He doesn't want wingers. He wants someone that can play wide but also help in the back. Rashford isn't that. I mean, Rashford is a lot of things, but he's not that, right?
Yeah.
Actually, it's a lot of things. They can help him, but he's not that. I can see if we still had Ahmad is there because he's hungry.
I see him living next season though.
He's just started feeding village people. Rashford, they've been feeding people for a while now, right? So Ahmad needs to stay on and do his thing.
I like Ahmad. I think Ahmad has.
I like Ahmad.
Ahmad is hungry for goals.
I said it last week.
Yeah, he's hungry. He's hungry to make a name. Yeah, he's already hungry to make a name. So that's a little different issue there. And he's a superstar. He will be a superstar. Mark my word. Whether it's at United or elsewhere, he's going to be a superstar. 100%.
Everybody that leaves United are always superstars. So check in to see what's happening.
Oh, they are superstars. It's just United is just that big of a club. It's just the way it is. We swallow players, unlike other clubs. It's different.
Oh, SJ said he was injured.
He was actually injured yesterday, but Menu has also not done much when he's come on. And Ayo says, I think United are indulgent another manager again due to ego. Whose ego? The club's ego?
He's talking about the coach's ego.
Okay, or the coach's ego. Okay.
Well, for me, I didn't watch it live. Unfortunately, I couldn't. But when I watched it, I was looking for specific things. Of course, I wanted Maguire in the setup. Once I saw Maguire in the lineup, I'm like, we're going to score some goals. We're going to score some goals today. I don't know how it's going to happen. We're going to score some goals today because we've been having our problems going forward. You guys have been having a few problems on the back end, right?
Yeah.
But you've been scoring. Everything's coming together in an attacking sense. We've been having problems at home, even though to be honest, I don't think home has anything to do with away from. I think it's about the manager and the decisions, tactical decisions, the lineup decisions. Because soccer is so dynamic. It changes every week, right? You're making decisions, so it changes. Anyway, so I was looking. I saw Maguire in there. I'm good. I was looking for also Frank to have some way of stopping Mbeumo. Like he played this guy for 5 years, maybe more in Brentford. So I'm like, okay, I know Mbeumo's a guy. Mbeumo is your top player, man. Like if there ever was in this new generation, player we say he's a Manchester United player. I hate that term, but he has everything. He's going to fight. He's strong. He can finish. He has the touches. He understands football. And he has the stamina. He just has it. If you watch his touches, somebody should do those little videos of his touches yesterday. It's like every touch was on. So I'm looking for Frank to stop this guy. In the previous games, we've been playing Palhinha and Bentancur and benching Sarr. Even though I like Sarr, I want Sarr in there because he does the vertical runs. He goes up and down, so we're more dynamic with him. So if there was any day that we should have played two holding guys, I thought it would have been yesterday against those 2 10s. You get what I'm saying? On Manchester United side.
Did Richarlison start that game? Did Richarlison start that game or he was brought in as a sub?
Richarlison started, but I'm talking about the midfield.
Right.
Because we should have played 2 holding midfield, at least to start. But Frank switched it up. He actually had Sarr start with Palhinha. So
Steven, just one question, right? Do you think you need legs in the midfield against United? I know you like Sarr because of leg, but you think you need legs in the midfield of United?
Not necessarily against United in the middle.
Okay, just in general. Okay.
You have Casemiro. My real problem is dealing with your 2 10s that move around, Ahmad and Mbuemo, right? So I was just surprised to see that from Frank. I'm like, okay, well, how are we going to stop Mbuemo? I thought he would do more to try to stop Mbuemo, but you know, he just, you know, he let it go, and maybe, I mean, he knows best anyway. So the other thing I was looking for is in our attack, it's been so bad. It's been so sluggish. We don't seem to have players that can really turn and face. We always seem to be passing it backwards, passing it. If somebody looks at the stats of our games, our fullbacks and our center backs have so much of the ball, it's just sad to watch. Because we constantly moving the ball side to side. We see a man, we don't want to go one-on-one with him, so we pass it back. And it's just some of our front four need to be able to scan better, so you could just receive a ball into space and turn. Just receive a ball away from the defender that's next to you. I think it's such a basic thing to have the players that can open up a game. You have to be able to do that at Premier League level. We don't have that.
You have kudos.
Yeah, okay. So I was coming to that. So in the last game, Kudus is the only one, and he does that on the wing. So it takes a while for the ball to get to him. Chelsea shut him down. And then for this game, I believe Kudus was injured. So
sorry. Don, were you trying to say something?
Yeah, I was trying to say, what of Xavi Simon?
I'll get to him.
You don't like that. Based on last podcast, I don't think Steven likes that guy.
I'll get to him. So I feel he's also in my. I'm saying this about him too. I expected him to be able to scan, be able to turn into space. He is not good at it from what I've seen so far. If he gets the ball in space, he can run at people. But sometimes when it's crowded and you're playing in the midfield, you need to move into space and get the ball from your defender and turn so we can get the team going forward. Madison's great at that. Kulu's great at that. We just don't have the players right now that could do it. And Kudus was hurt, to your question, Chucky. I believe Kudus was hurt. So I wanted to see, okay, how are we going to play in this attack? He put Brennan Johnson, he put Richarlison on the left. I love Brennan Johnson from a finishing perspective. As a winger that's going to take people on, he's still kind of learning that. So I was happy to see yesterday, if you watch it, every time he wasn't a 1v1, it seemed like Frank has been coaching him on that. I want you to go. Use your speed in the 1v1. Don't be scared. If you don't know what to do, just push the ball. Just push the ball and run. They're going faster than everybody else. So that's how we started. I wasn't too surprised to see that you guys took the lead, especially through Mbuemo, because, like I said, we didn't manage that in the midfield. But the other thing that happened just before your goal, if you notice, for some reason, Brennan Johnson was marking De Ligt on corners. It happened in the first half. Something happened, and I think Brennan Johnson pushed De Ligt or something. They fell down, so there was a little scuffle. Yeah. When they have a scuffle, I said, why is Brennan Johnson marking De Ligt? De Ligt is like twice. De Ligt looks like LeBron. And Brennan Johnson is like, I don't know, Kevin Durant. There's a size difference there. So anyway, we go on. I'm very proud of how we came back in the second half. And I think Xavi Simons did have a better game than most games that he's had, even though he tends to lose the ball too much. Sorry, I'm getting that. So we did come back in the second half when we introduced Tel, got rid of Kolo Muani. And I like the changes that we made. I think it was that. We also put in Bentancur. And there was one more player. I think we took Simmons out. Simmons came off in the second half. And, Tel and Nudogi and Bentancur came in. So I was fine with the game and in what we created, but I expected that against Maguire. It's not a big deal.
You know what? You said it one time. I let you slip. The second time, I'm saying it again. It was on VHS level.
I'm saying
he's not been bad this season. So
you talking about Maguire probably 2 seasons ago. This Maguire is actually quite good.
No,
yeah,
quite good. Yeah. Maguire is good on the wing. Maguire is good on the wing. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
No, not even goals. Maguire is very good at distributing the ball. Yes, he's good at the auxiliary striker. He's good at set pieces. He's good. That whole abuse era, that stuff was totally misunderstood. But right now, Maguire, Delete are our two better center backs. Period. 100%.
Chucky, just hold your opinion. I respect it. My opinion was once I saw Maguire, we're gonna score in this game.
Okay, that's
we
fair.
We haven't scored for 2 weeks in the Premier League.
Look, we played against. Don't get too excited. We played against Nottingham Forest, and they were not doing anything in the league. Okay. Nothing. Nottingham Forest were doing nothing in the league. They couldn't score. They were like bottom everything. And once we played them, based on, and this is Amorim's issue. This is Amorim's weakness. It's like after the first 45, 48 minutes.
Okay.
How do you manage the game? And he's really left a lot of wanted. Steven, if you look at the stats for the game, I just took a peek at it.
Okay.
You know, your team should have won the game. 100%. Look at the stats, it's like so overwhelming. And if you look at the stats and look at how the game was played, you cannot connect the two things, especially the first 45. So this is a big failing on Amorim's part in-game management. He has a very formulaic, I'll say, like he has the formula he does when he's substituting. Like it's almost the same every game. The same, like for like whatever the hell he thinks is good. He doesn't do it for the game. It's like he has a form board he goes to, regardless of what the situation is. I'm going to do this 100%. You know, the only difference today is that he took off. Who did he take off? Oh, I forgot.
In this game, yesterday's game. Yeah. He took off Cunha. Cunha.
No, somebody got hurt. Was it Cunha? I think
Maguire got injured.
Yeah, it was Cunha. You're correct. He took off Cunha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I believe so.
Well, the thing is, you might be totally right, and Maguire has been good in the last 2 seasons. But all I'm saying is, I was right that we were going to score goals. That's what I was saying.
Everybody scores against United. That's what you keep saying.
That's what I'm saying. Even the bad teams, like you guys are really, really bad.
Let me just go to the last part. Is that
so Maguire got injured? He wasn't even there.
I was really
he was there. He was there.
I was really pissed that if you watch that last goal, and we at this point we were so up, we feel like we're taking control of the game, 90th minute, and what came back to bite us is not because I said it, but Brennan Johnson on Delict. If you watch the play for the last goal, Mbeumo took on like 4 players by himself to win that corner.
Mm-hmm.
Knocked it off his feet, somebody's feet, Romero's feet, by himself, just the bravery. And then they played a corner, and Brennan Johnson just got so lost. It was so sad to see, man. I'm telling you. So Frank has to do something about that. I know he's good on creating offensive chances on set pieces, but defensively on set pieces, I'm not seeing a reason why. If I were to say Delict's only offensive advantage, it would be on set pieces. That's all Delict is going to do offensively. So we have to take better care of that.
I think that's unfair on Johnson. I'm going to lie, because if you look at that corner, it was well executed by Bruno. He came in, he was curving, and Delict saw that ball the entire time. Just watch the replay. He's seeing the ball. Is at a good height for him, right? And I don't know if Van der Ven was on him. I don't know if. I think he's on the back post. Van der Ven has to decide where he needs to be. He's going to try. Van der Ven will probably choose critical mass somewhere in the center or the near post. So that end post that Delict stands, or sometimes Maguire, is a gamble. It's a gamble. Bruno just happened to deliver the ball. That's the only difference.
But if you watch it, you'll see that Brennan Johnson got lost on the way in. He's not even there to challenge him.
I understand.
So imagine, would you put Ahmad to Mark Van Dijk?
I would not.
This is Delict's one.
Can we move on?
So you would not put
Not unmuted himself to say he wants us to move on.
Who's a Liverpool fan here? You wouldn't put Gakpo to go mark Maguire. You put another defender on him. It just didn't make sense. Anyway,
I want to take this last comment before we move on. Richarlison off in his shirt like he is him is always funny as hell to me. To me, that was the moment of the match. Can't take off your shirt at the 90th.
Why? Like, why did you do that?
When there's 5 more minutes to play.
I was pissed, bro. I was pissed. Thank you, man. I was pissed. Why are you doing that, man?
Yeah.
Why?
Plus, this is offensive to us. Why are you taking off your shirt like we did something? It's just United. It's just United. You know what I'm saying? And then this boy almost cried. Did you watch his reaction?
I saw it. I was like,
Yeah.
I thought so. I was like, did something happen in his family? Like, did he just score a goal for like, was it sentimental? I was like, was he sick?
Then,
like,
I watched the goal back that you're crying about. Somebody took a shot. It hit your ear. It hit your
barely
ear.
touched the ball.
It hit your ear and you scored. And you crying?
This is where perspective matters. You might not understand, but I understand exactly what he was going through.
I know what you're about to say. Go on.
Scoring goal at United is not small beans. It's not at all. That is going straight into his archives. Like for generations in that man's family, they were replaying that thing on their family reunion.
He barely touched that guy.
Yeah, so I get it.
SJ says it's just United, but United in our banter era still lifting more trophies than you. Continue. They'll lift the same amount of trophies.
I like it. I said it's just United, so he came back at me. Yeah, that's why Richie was going crazy. Nice one.
We have a few more minutes to cover our last topic. 10 games in, or 11 games in now. Who are your 2 most impressive signings and your 2 most disappointing signings? I'm not sure if all of us have 2 each, but just tell us who your most impressive and your most disappointing signings are. And give me short reasons why. Chude, we'll start with you.
I would say Checky.
Good or bad?
Good.
Okay.
Good. Checky, he hasn't fully blended in yet, but he will blend in. It's just like Mamouche when Mamouche came into as well. He struggled, but I think he has blended in with the team now. I think that will also happen for Checky too as well. He would support Haaland. And trust Haaland. Haaland is not selfish. If he can pass you to score, he will score. He will do what he has to do. And then Tijani, in a good way, though they have not started him in most games. But I think he would replace. He'll be useful in the midfield, just like he did in his former club. I think those 2 are it for me. I haven't been disappointed with any of the signings. I believe they would blend in whichever way. I think Matthias has to leave next season, by the end of the season. He's not. I don't know why.
Is he a new signing?
No, it's not a new signing. But I feel he should leave by the end of the season. Yeah, he should. Pep keeps starting him because they are country, just like Portugal, the way you have it in Portugal, with Amari and Bruno. I don't like his style of play. I feel he should leave.
Who are you talking about?
Yeah, that's it.
What he's talking about you, Chudi.
You're
referring to?
Yeah, who are you referring to that you don't like his style of play?
Matthias.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Don.
For this question, are you talking about our 2 most impressive disappointment for our team or in general?
I thought it was for your team, but it seems like Ayo means for any team. Okay. So,
was it for any team?
Sure.
No, across board. We're talking across board, yes.
Okay. I thought it was our team, so my bad.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay, I will say first on my list is Granit Xhaka for Sunderland. To me, coming from Championship to Premiership is not an easy task, and staying there again, playing good football. He has been a leader to them. The whole team revolve on him. He's just like the pivot of the team that the team rotates on, and he has been doing so well and they've been getting good results. So I think the time and where Derby will be it will be a good match to watch this season. Then number 2 will be Victor Gyökeres. To
Okay.
me, yeah, he has been able to dovetail Arsenal attack, and sometimes when they play negative football, he still come out with a win is a win. That's me. I don't. Talking about scoring from set pieces or corner kick, you have to devise a way for yourself to win a game. So him being another way to still go about scoring is a good thing. Arsenal have been looking for a striker, and he looked like a good fit right now. So the 2 most disappointing, the first will have to be Isak for that big money, and he's still not delivering till now. He's one of the most disappointing.
I believe he will come through for Liverpool.
He's
He
injured now.
didn't play
He's not
today.
injured.
It doesn't matter.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't matter. Yes, even the time that he wasn't injured, he has not delivered. He was bought for a big money for a reason.
That's fair.
Yeah. And then number 2, I would say Sesko.
Okay.
He has not gelled at all. He has not used his height advantage for Manchester United. I see him as a sluggish and not ready to commit kind of player. So those are my 2 most disappointing.
Okay. Juki, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'll do a mixture of that. So I'll say Wemo. We talked about Wemo. I think he's really fit the bill yet. I think it's too early to start drawing curtains. I like to see what he does at totality of the season. But it looks like yes, he's a very serious acquisition for United, and their league position, our league position, being the top 7 is like mostly, not only him. Obviously, he's not other people have been contributing, but he's done really well. Let's talk about Šeško. I think Šeško is not here yet, and the reason is because he's not being managed properly. I said it at the beginning of this season. I see the intent with Arsenal when Yorkers came in. I don't know why managers, especially Manchester United managers, Eric Ten Hag was the same way. There's no perfect story for a new signing. Just let them come in, let them assimilate, and start getting used to your teammate and how you play ball. Right? There's no point holding off like they're like some kind of teaser or whatever. I don't get it. And like Yorkers had a stinker in his first game against United. I told people that stinker will do him in good stead going forward, because that means his learning curve has already started. This whole putting them in the back so you can take pictures so they're in the stands, but they're not really playing doesn't really work, right? And it hasn't worked for Šeško. This delayed, so now he's behind the curve. He's left 10, 11 games and he's still not assimilated, integrated into the team, right? So this is a Šeško thing, just as a new player, but I think majority of it is on Amaran's integration of him into the team, period, full stop, right? So that has not worked, right? And I don't understand that model and it pisses me off. Okay, so let's throw that away. Him as a player, I think he's dynamic. I think he's technical for his height. I mean, I don't know what Don was talking about from the moon or wherever he's coming from, right? Right, like he is a technical player for his size. Like, and I think he's gonna, when he gets on his bike, I think it's gonna shock a lot of people.
Are you saying so far he's not been disappointing?
I just gave reasons why he's disappointing.
Okay,
like,
got it.
Yeah, he's just not integrated into the team at all.
2 things can be true.
This is true.
Okay.
As a player, isolated, micro level, I think he's a good technical player, and there's a reason why he was on a lot of people's lists.
Oh, right? Yeah, and he was on our list too.
So let's just leave that alone. Yeah, he's just not being assimilated properly. Okay. For other teams, I would say I already mentioned one. I like Kudus at Tottenham. I think he's really done something significant for them on that. Stephen, mostly the left hand side. Kudus is on, or
some right,
right,
almost equal. Yeah.
Okay, almost equal. Okay, and that's dangerous. Someone that can just do, just be dangerous on both flanks, and he can play middle as well and striker. So anyway, so he's a favorite of mine. I like him, and Xhaka also for Scotland is one. I think he's the captain. He almost is like Bruno. He coaches on the field. He's like 8, and they're like 4th in the league. That's like easy. That's an easy. That this is working out great for now. We're just 11 games. We'll see. It's a long season.
Okay, very good, Steven. What about you?
Yeah, for my most impressive, I'm definitely going to say Igor Thiago. I've seen him for Brentford, even though they're not having a good season. I like him. Especially I like players who come into the Premier League and start scoring goals because it's harder than we imagine. You know, it's one of the hardest roles on the team already, and then you come into the Premier League and do it, and you're doing it for Brentford, which is in disarray. They just lost their coach. They're trying to figure their place. You always want that player that can just hit the ground and just score in it. I think he scored again yesterday, today, or, you know. Anyway, I love him. And the goals he scores, he's technical. He can take chances too, you know, lucky and technical. I like Xhaka too because Sunderland are 4th in the league, which is crazy. So he's marshalling them well, you know. He's not it's like you buy that old player and you always hope that it works, and it's working. So I love it. I like it for him too because I know he didn't leave the Premier League in a good way with Arsenal.
He left in a perfect way. What's going on?
Arsenal always hate their players. They hate their player. They always mess around with their players.
I'm not gonna have
if Arsenal fans had a gun, they would assassinate some of their players.
Okay, calm down. Xhaka left because he was getting older, and we wanted to move on.
No.
100%. We're getting rice. Come, stop that. Stop it.
EJ.
Stop it.
No. When he was leaving, he had a perfect
What are you
relationship.
talking about?
EJ,
No, when he was
No.
when he was leaving, his relationship with Arsenal was perfect.
Let's be clear.
Yes.
Xhaka, tell him. Because there was a year, you're mixing up years.
Yeah.
Xhaka almost walked out the door. When Arteta came in 2019, 2020,
Yes.
Arteta was like, I'm embracing this guy. Everybody fall in line. Since then, there was no issue. I'm not going to let you say that he left. What are you talking about? We're crying when Xhaka left.
He left on a good note.
Completely.
Because Xhaka is more like a manager.
Eventually.
But yesterday, we saw
Not that he didn't have problem with it.
You know what? I'll defer to you on this one. It's your team. But go look at Xhaka's own comments about Arsenal when he went to Germany, because what you guys did had an effect on him. He might have been accepted by the manager, but he never felt loved by the fans after that. I'll just leave that there.
I can show you many videos where he said after he left us that he will always be an Arsenal fan. He will always have the support of the fans. Like, what are we talking about?
The first sentence he said was right. Okay, all right. Okay. You know what? I can stand corrected. It's okay. At the end of the day, he's with Sunderland now. I could be wrong. But, okay, bad signings, not good. I would say Wirtz for Liverpool. I think he's played a lot of games. I can't put Isak on this because he's played 4 games, been injured. But Wirtz, I have not seen. There's certain things I look for from a player. Like, I want you to see space. I want you to be able to make small decisions that can allow me to enjoy the game. Like, I need to enjoy the game. I'm a fan. I don't have time. I only have maybe 2 matches I can watch in a week. You got to let me enjoy the game. Words did not let me enjoy the game. I don't like his game. He's not getting it, man. Sorry, he's not getting it. And he's like Simmons, who's my second disappointing player. If I'm seeing you making bad decisions on when to pass, when to run, those are basic things that tell me that you're not on the speed level of the game. But for a good player, top player, you should have those things down. And then maybe the problem you might have is you're not producing in terms of statistics instead of goals and assists. But you should have basic relationships down with the ball. That's what I believe, especially from a creative player. That's why I go at Wirtz and Simmons. They've had enough games. They're disappointing at this point. Hopefully they change my mind. Wirtz, I don't want you to change my mind. You can keep playing back. Simmons, please change my mind. Yes. I'm willing to.
But the last thing you say about Simmons is
I'm willing to stand corrected, just like I just did. I'm okay with being corrected and being wrong. Go ahead and prove me wrong, Simmons.
No, just one point. Like literally, what you said is indicative of the time like when to pass speed of play. That's all environmental assimilation issues, and those are very temporary. People come into the league. Some people have it, and some people don't. I notice people coming from the Bundesliga normally for sure have it, and people come from Italy as well because the game is a little slower in both those leagues. La Liga is a little faster, not as fast as the Premier League, but what you basically said is telltale signs of he's a clock and his timing. He hasn't got his timing right.
Tricky,
that will come.
Tricky, fair, but let's keep to the question. 10 games in, what's the situation? Because there are players who've come from the German league, from other leagues, and they step right in it and they're balling.
I'm not disagreeing with you that he's on your list. Keep him on your list. I'm just saying that last bit you talked about timing is something that will go away with time.
Fine. But all I'm saying, there are players who have come in and they're doing it. Ekatike is doing it. Other people are doing it. Come on.
Correct.
Man.
Some people will do. Some people look at Evra. Like the big New United players that came in for a very long, like a whole season. They couldn't do nothing.
Nobody remembers those people.
Yeah, but Evra is a defender. I don't even expect nothing from him except chasing people down. I want a baller. Vert's supposed to be a baller. Simmons supposed to be a baller. Let's go. That's what I want to see.
Mkhitaryan came from Bundesliga and Kagawa came from the Bundesliga. Not only did they come, they were the best player in Bundesliga the year before they came. Right? Okay. It takes time.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say mine. No one mentioned him, Zubimendi. I think Aya mentioned him in the comments. Zubimendi, if I was only thinking about Arsenal, Zubimendi would be my guy. I think, we had Partey leave and everyone was concerned in Arsenal, like, hey, will he be able to marshal our midfield? And I think he's doing a great job. And I agree with Wirtz. Wirtz was 100 and something million pounds. If we're looking at the money to contribution, I'm so sorry. If you're supposed to be in the midfield, an attacking midfielder, we saw what you did in Germany. They paid 100 million for you, and you've not scored or assisted. I'm not sure if he's still not assisted yet. That's crazy. And then Sesko, to me, my problem with Sesko was that because again we were looking at him, we were looking at Gyökeres. Actually, we weren't really looking at Gyökeres that hard. Gyökeres, Sesko, maybe Isak. As an Arsenal fan, that's all I got inundated with in the transfer window. Isak didn't look like he wanted to move. Let me tell you when Isak said, I want to leave. When Arsenal signed Gyökeres, the next day we heard Isak wants to leave. And I remember saying, why the hell didn't he announce this desired departure before we bought Gyökeres? Because I wasn't really a big fan of Gyökeres. I just wasn't. And to me, I know someone mentioned him as their, I think it was Don. To me, I think the jury is still out. And I like what I think he's a hard worker, which Ateta likes hard workers. He likes those people that will just keep moving, energizer bunnies. But I just don't know yet with him. But we had those three on our list in my mind anyway. Isak was never, I think Isak wanted Liverpool and he wanted to go to Liverpool. But Sesko was the younger of the two. He's younger than Gyökeres. He scored fewer goals than Gyökeres. Remember, Gyökeres won best scorer, best striker of the year. So he had the most goals, I believe, or he had a lot of goals, 42, I think. Sesko was younger. He's taller. Everybody wants that point person. Sesko wanted Manchester United. And then his agent kept jacking up his feet. He cost 90 million pounds. And you're not adjusted yet.
Hold on, though. I just got to, sorry to interrupt, because this has been mentioned twice on this podcast. What does Sesko being tall have to do with anything?
He's like a point person, like Haaland type. His profile is like very, very attractive right now. Relax. Anyway, you know what I mean? Like the tall, big, strong presence in the box.
Okay. No, they tall come into advantage because of the corner.
Watch acting like he doesn't know what I'm talking about.
EJ came in with attractive. I thought we were talking about soccer here.
It's the word that we can use. But let me keep on reading some of these comments.
All right.
Aya, because there's a lot of comments. Aya says most impressive is Xhaka, Zubimendi. Honorable mention to Mbeumo. I feel like Mbeumo should not make the cut because he's already been in the league. But I know what you mean. He's on the new team.
Yeah.
There's no adaptation.
Gittins and Sesko.
Gittins and Sesko. Gittins is Chelsea, right? Chelsea, right? Onome says, Chelsea.
Wow.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
It's stopped now. Yeah.
Oh, good. Onomé said, what do you mean by negative football? He's talking about when Don said Arsenal played negative football. I mean, that's just absolutely not true. We do not play negative football, period. Instead, other people play negative football against us. Isak cannot be the most disappointing when he has barely played any games. And we all kind of said that, to be fair to Isak.
Let's be fair with him, yeah.
It's not fair. It's just bias. And Ayo says, great point, Shuki, about Sesko integration. So, yeah, I hear your point. And if we're going to say they haven't integrated him, then that's fair. Gittins has been shocking. He scored yesterday. I mean, it's shocking. One goal does not change your situation. But saying he's not technical, this is Sesko. Saying Sesko is not technical is just a shot because he's a United player. Sesko has contributed to one or two goals, if we're being fair, when he started. I don't think he's even started many games. Why isn't he starting? Nobody mentioning Wirtz.
We did already.
Yeah, this came before that.
All right.
Yeah, it's a bit of perspective. Brentford is not in disarray. That was to Stephen. He wanted to stay and they did not keep him. He's talking about Xhaka wanting to stay. I mean, everybody wants to stay at Arsenal. We can't keep everyone. That's exactly what happened. Stephen is spot on. He's saying that you're spot on about Xhaka having beef with us, but that's not true. The spot on part is that he wanted to stay and we didn't keep him. That's true. What? Man United fan trying hard to find issues between Arsenal and Xhaka. That's
He's not even a Man United fan.
yeah. I think he's talking about Ayo. Yeah, I think he can read the comments. So Ayo is the Man United fan.
Okay.
Wirtz has been okay. Most fans are biased because he has signed for 100 million. That's why, man. Wirtz hasn't done anything. He's created chances. It's not his fault. His strikers are not converting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Ayo says Xhaka had issues with Arsenal management and said he wanted to stay. And Arteta wanted him to stay, but the club didn't show enough that they wanted to keep him. There's a video about this. That means nothing when you say their fans are fighting with the player. So I don't know. I mean, that's fine to say. Chuki, what are you saying? What you're saying is what I think would happen to Sesko if he was getting more playing time. I don't care enough about Arsenal for any type of agenda. So yeah, you see him responding to Onomé now. Ayo is shaking in his house right now.
I said
Ayo is shaking.
I said he didn't leave Arsenal in a good way. There's several reasons for that. There's fans. There was all of it. He's done a documentary about that, and there's several videos on this, including the one that Ayo's talking about with the management and the pay. But there's another whole separate one about fans. So there were a couple of things.
I think best case that I'll agree with is the fans. Whatever issue he had with the fans was in 2019 going into 2020. That year, if you remember, when he walked out and threw off his jersey the fans booed him and we were like done with him. Yeah. And after that, again, like I said, I already said it before.
Okay.
EJ, please leave our guy alone. Sesko, please. Y'all can have him. It's the remix.
That's what I wanted to pull out. I wanted to pull something out there. EJ, I know you.
Boy, Sesko is safe. If you know, you know. Are you not biased when Anthony was signed for almost the same? Who's he referring to at this point? So many comments, I can't remember what we're talking about. Yeah, y'all are signing a lot of players for a lot of money and they're not performing. I think it's concerning. But yes, we are spending a lot of time. I want to probably wrap this up. Does anyone have anything else to add?
I'll only add quickly that I wouldn't put Mbeumo on there just because it's not that much of a big deal to change up things at Manchester United. This is a team that was 17th last year or 16th. So that's why I wouldn't say most impressive. He's like a really good player they got. It's going to improve things. Just like us. If we got a good player, it's going to improve us. We're in the same situation, which is why I expected Simmons to do something. You're the only creative player, and Madison and Kulu are out.
So you're next.
You got to do something. So anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
On that note, Tricky, I can't find you anymore. But on that note, I appreciate you guys all for joining. Chude, welcome to your first show again. Thank you for joining us. Hope to see you more often.
Yeah.
Steven, this is the 2 weeks in a row for you. 2 weeks in a row is crazy.
No, I'm always here. I'm always
Are you?
Yeah.
All
Hey,
right.
good to see you, EJ. Good to meet you.
Good to see you too.
Today.
All right.
Don,
Last
thank
one.
you for joining us.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good one.
All right, guys. Peace.
Bye. Peace out.
See you, Don.
You're watching Footy Fantasy. It is your steady thing go meet your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. It's Footy Fantasy. You're watching Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy. It is your steady thing go meet your football need. Your football need. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. Sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. Your eyes go see. Footy Fantasy.